He was athletic in the lithe, evenly muscled, way you would expect from a swimmer. The outfit he wore didn't leave many of those muscles to the imagination. The low cut of his vest showed off the toned shoulders and ribs and gave a tantalizing peek of his abs, with a shirt more than definitely deliberately stopped a few inches from his hips, giving a window of dino under his belly. His shorts, tight and white fabric, made me wonder if they went a little transparent in the water. They certainly provided an adequate exhibition of his toned thighs and rump, quite peelably tight. Remy giggled a little at my side, nudging me with her elbow. Oh, there, I saw him first, huh? All's fair in love and war. I'm just looking because you were not interested. All's fair in love and war. He's definitely a dish. All you can eat sushi, maybe, no offense. No, I know when I'm beaten, huh? Hey, so I have a deal for you. I've been getting mixed signals from that guy over there for a while. Since we're both admiring the same prize, would you mind putting in a word for me if he turns out to swing more my way? Sure, we can tag team. I'll get back to you. Heading with a lifeguard. He was deep in conversation with two girls in bikinis, looked young enough to have slipped in under the nose of the staff. They both had the telltale redness. They had scrubbed off the X's on their wrists. I was about to give up on him and report back to Remy when the girls skipped off and I saw my chance. He was a specimen of lithe musculature, and regardless of my feelings on the matter, I could see why Remy had been drawn to him. His eyes alone were enough to make my skin prickle. A little under his gaze, he swished his tail impatiently, the bright pattering waving back and forth. Can I help you? Oh, yeah, so... Newbie, huh? Well, towels around here are for free use. And yes, we prefer you wear swimsuits, but it's not a hard and fast rule. Introduce, ask about him. Can you clarify the rules for me? Thanks. Oh, hey, so I was wondering about the pool rules. Is the waiting after eating thing a myth, or... Who cares? Listen, if you can't read the signs, go find someone to translate them for you. Well, sorry, first off, my name is Fester the Dragon. Riptide, or just Rip, I guess. Excuse me? He sighed, itching the side of his snout with a clawed finger and rolling his eyes. My name, jeez. Did you actually want something, newbie? I'm on break. I'm here on Remy's behalf. Well, how can we spend your break? Can I just chat with you? You seem interesting, but seriously, I had a question about the rules. I shifted my weight a little and let out a playful laugh. He cocked his head at me, curious or possibly judging if I was a little nuts. Sorry, I heard you were the coolest guy to talk to here, but I didn't figure on acting like a newbie at you. You just caught me off guard. Listen, if you're on break, let me make it up to you. He flicked his eyes over me, sizing me up. Listen, I can't, bro. I like a challenge as much as the next guy, but you saw those girls I was with, right? That's 7 minutes each. I'm not looking to cut it down to 5, and I don't do sharing. You're missing out. Flirt more, actually. Gross, back off. Fine, you're lost. You're missing out. You know, Rip, 7 minutes on some disposable tween barely seems worth your time. He said 7 minutes. Give me a show, nothing to sweeten the fun like pouting sluts begging for scraps. I stepped up with a grin, running my eyes over his shorts, happy to have pried his attention away from the pool girls for a few moments. Despite his abrasive reluctance, maybe he wasn't so bad after all. I think you and me would put on a show worth a few broken teen hearts. Ha! And I guess a cleanup crew doesn't sound too bad. He stepped in, running his claws over my hips, picking at the fabric as he licked his fanged teeth. Damn. Guess I can give you a test ride, newbie. Get your ass into your swim gear and get in the pool. I'm liking this audience idea more and more. Oh, I broke character. I didn't do the voice. I appreciate his smirk. I reciprocated his smirk, quickly peeling off my outerwear as he watched my eager display with approval. Enjoying, he shrugged with that harsh grin. Trading one slut in for another, just as fun so far. Get in. I splash. I spend enough time standing here, and your ass has some work to do. Oh shit! No way. You know what's crazy? How did this happen here? What's up with this here? Why is she standing on his titty, and why does it look like he's reaching for his dick? We got in the pool, his arms cupping my hips with a gesture of ownership. Nice. I could see Remy padding past with a dejected look of betrayal. I guess I burnt that bridge. Oh, so what? He wasn't into her anyway. Not going to teach me pool safety first, tease. This is nice, cuddle up. So, Mr. Lifeguard, any pool tips? He chuckled, moving with ease in the water to press me back against the wall of the pool, hands invading my swimwear to cut my rear. Oh, wow. He is aggressive. Wow. No splashing, no running. Roll. Respect your friendly local lifeguard. No shirt, no shorts, full service. Oh, shit. Exactly. Glad you pool groupies have the idea down. Nice. She is fucking flat out naked, and I think so is she. Just flat out naked. He snarled, fingers running down my hips but stopping short. Following his eyes, I could see the two girls at the edge of the changing area, indeed pouting. I turned around, pressing my rear back towards his shorts, but he stopped the contact with his hands on my hips. Come on, a show like you said. I threw him a look over my shoulder, but his eyes were firmly on the two girls in the doorway. He left. The leftmost girl leaned her head playfully on the other girl's shoulder, gave her friend an inviting squeeze on the bare midriff. With a swish of his muscular tail, Riptide was already boosting himself out of the pool. No fucking way. Seriously? Hey. Yeah, hey, man. Two's better than one, kid. Wait here, newbie. Coming back for you eventually. He ordered, not even looking back at me. Oh, man. What is going on here? This is the most depressing game I've ever played. We cannot catch a break. We can't even get raped by a fucking raptor. Like, they eat everything. What is this? Alright. Fucking tease. I guess I should have seen the signs. A few minutes of awkward excitement, and my blood had thoroughly cooled whilst I dried off. I padded off to the club, feeling used. No sign of Remy or Riptide. Damn, that's sad. Can I go back? I can go back out to the pool. Is there anyone else to talk to? Jeez, I am so fucking lonely. There is no one else to talk to. We'll find our slut. Alright, we can talk to her, I guess. But she's not our scene either. Time on the S4 seemed like a little too much, like the deep end anyway. I didn't want to crowd Cobby, maybe after I got a feeling for the lounge. Speaking of, over the bustle of the crowd, one of the lounge goers caught my eye, not least of all because of her outfit, stood out, but above the clubbing gear of the other patrons, sipping a cocktail, her sheer slip gave her outline an undeniable elegance. Yeah, look at those things bounce. She seemed happy enough, taking shallow sips from her glass, her eyes on the girls giving her all on the pole. Maybe I should introduce myself. Take a seat beside her. Maybe a conversation will start. Go over and put an arm on the couch, draw her attention, go over and introduce. She looks like she has her eye on the prize already. Leave. Not my type. Leave. Let's introduce. She seemed interesting enough and wasn't with anyone from what I could tell. No point in being here and not introducing myself. Made my way over, trying my best to keep time to the music. She caught my eye and I leant in and spoke over the background sounds. Hey, I'm Fester the Dragon. Mind if I sit with you? Mercy, nice to meet you. She seemed a little preoccupied by the dancers, admiring them with a keen regard. Maybe she was a dancer herself or just judging the competition. Maybe. Beautiful, aren't they? Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. I've never seen so many good-looking people all in one place. It takes a lot of poise and certain degree of confidence, of course. Do you see how she holds herself? Haha, I suppose it's silly saying I'm envious. As she took a sip from her drink, her hand wobbled slightly. She was still smiling warmly, but it seemed like her flush was more from the alcohol than the dancers. Was she drunk? Keep talking. Maybe when she's not drunk, leave. Keep talking. Tease about the drink, compliment her, compliment the dancer, admit to a different preference. Not really my area of expertise. I can't dance. Compliment her. She seemed open enough to chatting more. I took the opportunity to slip in beside her on the couch. Just took her eyes away from the dancers. Mission accomplished. No, pretty woman like you. I guess I'm surprised. You look like you have everything all together. Honestly, I'm the one who should be feeling a little outclassed. Mercy smiled and nudged me with her shoulder, the confidence shining through her grin. Lucky me, smooth operator. So, Fester the Dragon, join me at the bar. I'd rather be talking to you than looking at her right now. Fuck yeah! Oh, come on. She's gonna lead us up and just let us down. I know it. I know it. She had an infectious flirtiness to her. Maybe that was the drink. But she stood. But as she stood, her fingers ran down my leg, leaving me goosebumps. Flirt dominantly, flirt submissively, let her down gently, flirt submissively. Her enthusiasm was contagious. As I stood to follow her, I smiled back, hips giving the slightest sway as we walked together. I let my eyes down her form, not caring that she saw, admiring her posture, the curve of her hips and fullness of her bust, as the dress caught the club lights and lit her in 1,000 complimentary shades. Lead the way. So, what are you drinking? Beer, spritz on the rocks, something with soda, water, ask her to choose. I don't mind showing you the ropes. How about a cherry daiquiri? Tease about the choice. Actually, I forgot something. Cherry daiquiri is fine. Part-time manager Jenny's a pretty jewel at the bar. It occurred to me to ask about her outfit. So, your dress. It's boutique, right? Certainly caught my eye over this sea of Spicer's gifts, gift tees, and crop tops. Spicers. That's so funny. Good eye. Yes, it's a Typhoon original. Do you think it looks good on me? Flirt forwardly, flirt subtly. Flirt subtly. I think it's a flattering cut. It shows you're a woman who's not to be taken lightly. I like it. It suits someone like you perfectly. Thanks. It means a lot, really. And hey, you're not too bad looking yourself. Maybe I could stand a few pointers sometime. That'd be interesting. Okay, deep breath, small talk. I swear I used to be good at this. Talk about small talk, joke. Ask about her, talk about myself, talk about the club. So, the small talk options have certainly been looking up. A couch, the bar. Maybe we'll get crazy and talk over in one of those booths. Ha! Well, the weather has been good recently too, right? She laughed, partly leaning forward on the bar a little and looking at me with curiosity. I could impress you by reading the bottle names over there. I know all my letters, even the fancy German ones. Fancy? I should call you over to the gallery sometime. I always have trouble with those little accent marks. So, Fester the Dragon, what does a jokester like you do for a day job? Honestly, my last job was a lot of rushing around, but being stuck browsing the market for new work is far more tedious. Needless to say, I'm glad to be out of my own head a little bit. I tipped my glass, toasting her earnestly. She returned the gesture. She's gonna leave me because I have no fucking job. Well, I'm glad you found this bar lush amusing enough. Flirt subtly, flirt overtly, this has been one big tease. Ask when she'll be around again. Offer friendship. Flirt subtly. I have to be honest, I was hoping I'd meet someone here, but I wouldn't have dared hope for someone like you. Ooh, I feel the same, trust me. I cupped her hand on the bar and stroked over her fingers. Here goes nothing. I'd like to see you again, see where this is going. She flushed a little with a smirk, seeming to squirm in her seat, trying to decide before reaching into her purse to retrieve a card. Good to know. For now, it's getting late. Give me a call sometime. You can reach me on my cell or the gallery number. Slipping from the bar stool, she stood awkwardly, tottering. She was more than a little drunk. Mercy blushed as she smothered her dress down. Was that a bulge? Well, that's certainly a development. Yeah, it was. Take the card. Take the card. This is too interesting to pass up. Call me maybe. Okay, so I can talk to those people. I can talk to this person now. Oh, we just go around in circles, really? So this is the exit then? What's this do? Yep. Still can't talk to anybody out here though. That's fine. Jeez. That's our brother, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's our brother. Let's not talk to our brother. We're not done chatting these bitches up yet. Alright, let's click on this one. Oh, I didn't even think to read the parody names. Positive Vodka. Positive. Yeah. Jack. Jack Spaniels. Southern Crumpet. It's not even crumpet. It says Southern Cumpit. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be in any kind of Southern Cumpit. What the fuck? What does that say? Tiara Royale. That's hilarious. Okay, we're done with that. Despite him being alone at the bar, one of the most attractive nightclubs I had seen in recent memory, my eye was drawn to the slender feline leaning over his book. He would sit there for a long moment, and then, without cue, he would scribble frantically in the leather-bound journal spread out before him. Now and then, he would lift his glass from the bar and lean back, pausing to take a drink as if someone was expecting him to. This adorable ruse was undermined, however, as each sip was followed by a grimace of barely contained disgust. He does not like to drink. Ask about the drink, ask about the scribbles, introduce yourself. Ask about the drink. Strolled over to the bar as he turned back to his notebook, stopping at the edge before politely coughing to grab his attention. He looked up, his eyes blinking open wide and his mouth slightly agape. Clearly, he expected to be a little more invisible than he really was. I'm sorry to interrupt, but do you mind if I ask what you're drinking? Oh, it's a 12-year-old scotch. I figured I'd try something a little more direct than the usual mixed drink you'd get in a nightclub. It's very smooth but complex. Do you normally drink glasses of scotch by yourself in crowded nightclubs? Well, I couldn't just sit at the bar without something in my hand, and there's no better place in town to people watch. Though the better question would be, what brought you over here to ask what I was drinking? Oh, he's got a little excited smile on his face. Because you looked like you were drinking turpentine every time you took a sip. As I settle in a stool next to him, his cheeks flushed red as he glanced between me and his drink. I don't really drink much. I assumed as much, though that does still beg the question as to why you're in a bar, particularly if you don't drink. Oh, it's Festa the Dragon, by the way. Sorry, I know questions first isn't exactly the best